What is going on, YouTube? Just getting started with an Amazon FBA Q&A. We are back. We got the TikTok live right here. We're just going to finish up a couple questions, and then we're going to hop into some live product research, show you guys how I find potential successful products to sell on Amazon. Gotcha. So they're just making sure everything runs smoothly. Yeah, but I do the I run the ads. I don't let anyone touch my ads because I don't think anyone will ever do it better than I do. Do you expect the tariffs to impact the private label business? Nope, not even a little bit. When tariffs were 145%, they barely impacted the business. Tariffs are now down to 55%. They came to a deal with China, so I think we're going to be locked in at 55%. Even at 55%, my margins will not go down. So keep that in mind. The tariffs are the boogeyman. There's a lot of people who think it's going to affect you way more than it does. Probably worst case scenario, just because I know how most shippers and freight forwarders operate, your shipping cost per kilogram may go up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Chinese manufacturers aren't paying the tariffs, or at least paying the full tariffs. I'm not suggesting this. I'm not necessarily telling you not to pay the tariffs or anything like that, but it's really a non-factor. Most people who start selling on Amazon right now are going to actually everybody who's selling on Amazon and placing reorders, and then everybody who is getting ready to start on Amazon is going to realize once they actually start and get quotes and stuff that the tariffs aren't going to affect their business. Maybe you have a product that was 32% profit margin and it goes down to 31% profit margin, but it's not going to be like, oh, this is not a sustainable business anymore. How can I get ungated for groceries, bro? You got to get an invoice of at least 10 units or more from an official wholesaler or distributor. That's great. Thanks. Of course, Angela. My supplier is advertising lower price than what I got quoted. I just screenshot and sent it to him. A lot of that happens a lot, user 800, where they're going to show a lower price on Alibaba to entice customers, or maybe you made some adjustments to the product that's going to reflect a higher price. So it's pretty standard. Like a manufacturer will say $7 on Alibaba, then they hit you with a quote of $11, but then you have that negotiation wiggle room as well. Check 1688. It's a website. You're not going to be able to order products from 1688 because it's only for Chinese citizens, but it's going to give you a reference on like what the actual cost is, because they tax us. If you're in Europe, if you're in Canada, Mexico, the US, you're not pretty much anywhere that you're not a Chinese citizen, they're going to tax you. What category does everybody want to do product research in? Blessed day, blessed night. Yes, ma'am. Layla, what up, what up? Hope everyone is having a blessed day, blessed night. Blessed day for all my West Coasters. Blessed night for all of my, no, let's not, I don't launch skincare products, brother. So we're gonna stick to the product criteria. I'm talking categories. So like home decor, home and kitchen products, sports products, pet products. We can even do a hard one, tools, home and improvement, outdoor. Be a little bit more specific. Outdoor is a little bit vague. That's not necessarily a product category. Like sport, or you mean sports and outdoors? Is that what you were talking about, Charlie? Charlie dropped it first, so we'll do Charlie. We'll do a few product research things. Keep in mind, you guys, when I do these live product research examples, I've looked at thousands of products on Amazon. Is it possible to make $1 million a month in Amazon from FBA? It's possible. It's going to be pretty hard. You should focus on just making your first $1,000 a month before you focus on making your first $1 million a month. A lot of people have that backwards, but yeah, we'll do a few. But I do want to keep this in mind to everybody, that I have looked at thousands of products on Amazon, so I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking for. And I purposely, when we do this product research, I'm teaching you guys how to fish. We're 99% not going to find a product that I'm going to be like, this product is great to launch. Why do I do that? Because again, I'm not about to hand everybody a free product on the line. I'm teaching you how to do product research. So I want to make that very clear, okay? So let's share the screen on YT, and then we'll go and first let's do this because I don't want you guys to see my search. Let me make sure my search. Yeah, okay, we're good. My search history on Amazon isn't any products that me or my students have on, so we're good. I always just want to make sure about that. Obviously not going to dox anyone's products. We'll do a few categories. Would you say Amazon FBA is easy for beginners? I'd say it's easier than most business models, but everything has its challenges, brother. Can you do well by finding a good product on Alibaba without making it a private label? That doesn't really work like that. Private label is, you're not making it a private label. Private label is a business model. So if you're getting a product from a manufacturer overseas, that is the private label business model. Again, it's not you're making it a private label. Okay, let's do this. So we're gonna do sports first. Let's actually hold on really quickly. Sorry, just move this out of the way. Okay. So also YouTube, say what up to TikTok. TikTok, say what up to YouTube. All right. Let's move this out of the, actually, let's just turn that off for now so that you guys can see better. Okay. Let's do it. So we'll do sports. And let's make sure that it has decent search volume. Let's do this. Sports and outdoor play toys. Is holding inventory required? No. Go watch my second to last video. I literally don't touch the products that I sell outside of the sample. Excuse me. All right. So we're going to search something fairly generic. Now I did throw in toys there. So maybe we'll change that. But step one, phase one of my favorite, there's other product research methods. If anything, maybe we'll do another category and I'll show you guys that other method after this. But this is probably one of my favorite methods. It's called the Amazon search method. So you're going to search something like this on Amazon, maybe home decor, maybe toys, maybe baby products, right? And then we're going to scroll through Amazon and we're going to find a product that catches our eye. If you guys really want to be, because remember, don't think that, oh, Luke's about to find us a product. So if you guys want to engage in the live more so that you can learn better, feel free to, if you guys see a product that catches your eye, just drop it in the chat and then we'll analyze that product. Because remember, I'm purposely not to find you guys a product to sell. So just showing you how to do product research. So we're going to scroll through here. And the first phase is literally just finding a product that catches our eye. All right. Now, I don't know if he's still in here, but I was mentioned to someone that, like, I'm purposely not going to pick products. You can save yourself a lot of time. Like what some people I go and they look at every single product, but that's a waste of time because something like this, 19,000 reviews. I'm not going to go look at kids' binoculars because the average reviews in that market, because these reviews are so high, I already know that it's not going to meet our product criteria. So we can save ourselves some time there. Plain thing. Are you talking about this? Is this what you were talking about, Mark? This one's a weird one. I'll explain why it's a weird one. Let's look for, unless you were talking about something else, let's look for something that, because that looks a little bit more of a vague product market, like something that somebody invented. So let's go through here. And we're going to look for, again, same thing with this one. You see 10,000 reviews. We're just not even going to spend our time with that. We know that the average reviews will be high in that market. Oh, are you talking about this one? This one's interesting. Yeah, actually, I think that would be a good one, to be honest. So let's look at that one. There on the left. Yeah. Let's look at that one. So once we found a product that caught our eye, so we have the this foam airplane launcher, we want to identify the main keyword. So what would the main keyword be? It's going to be in the title. So we're going to verify it, and I'm going to show you guys how to verify it. But just from looking at it, I would assume that it's airplane launcher or what do you mean by that, Georgina? How do you see your own store listing? You don't see your store on Amazon. You see your product. You only see your product if you rank, or sponsored if you advertise it and it gets to page 1. You're not automatically going to launch and be on page 1. It doesn't work like that. So it's going to be in the title. So for this one, I would assume that it's either foam airplane launcher or just airplane launcher. For a product like this, it would probably be inflatable dartboard. This is actually another interesting one. We'll maybe look at this one too. Inflatable dartboard. For this one, it would be foam. I just want you guys to get an idea of how to identify the main keyword. For this one, it would probably be laser tag set. All right, this is actually another interesting one. All of the we've got actually a few interesting products here. For something like this, that's a little too broad. For this one, it would probably be water blaster. Another thing to keep in mind, guys, is so for a product like this one, right, these splash pad sprinklers, this is likely a seasonal product because people aren't going to buy this product as much in the winter as they do the summer, especially when you consider most of the United States is snowing during the summer. Like I live in Cali, so we have one season, and that's summer. Even our winters are like, 60, 70 degrees. So, but that Cali doesn't equal the whole US market. So you also want to keep in mind things like that. Even like these where do they go? These water blasters, probably a little bit seasonal, just because, who's going in the pool in September in most of the United States, assuming that you have a heated pool, which most pools aren't heated. All right. So this was the product that Mark said caught his eye. So now we want to identify the main keyword. Remember, I think that it's foam airplane launcher. So let's just do this. We'll do airplane. Sorry, I have to hold the phone and type. Launcher. So let's see. Probably not the strongest market, but just for time's sake, or not for time's sake, just to show you guys. So we see that we want the most relevant keyword with the highest search volume. Now, 1,000 search volume isn't necessarily the best. Let's just double check and confirm. Foam airplane launcher. Let's see if that's more than 1,200. Nope, it's 442. So airplane launcher is going to be our main keyword for this one. And as we see, all the products on page 1 are relevant to that original product we were just looking at. Okay. Now, oh, by the way, how I saw these numbers on the side right here, where'd they go? How I saw these numbers on the side right here, the search volume. Hold on, do I have to clean my screen a little bit more? Or the camera? Hold on, so you guys can hopefully see better. I think that's a little better. Is because I have a product research software, okay? I'm using Helium 10's Google Chrome extension. There's also Jungle Scout's Google Chrome extension. You guys do need a product research software in order to see the data. So we're gonna pull up our Helium 10 X-ray tool. Let it load. And here it's gonna show us all the data for all of the products that we saw on page 1. First thing that we're checking is the search volume. Now, when I'm launching a product, number 1, I want to make sure that at least through all of, see, actually, this is a seasonal product as well. Does well during Q4, doesn't do so hot. I don't want anything that's falling below a 1,000 search volume. And remember, everybody, I'm purposely not going to just hand you guys a product that is going to be something like, oh, go sell this. The whole idea is to teach you guys how to do product research. So we see that it spikes and then it drops below 1,000. This shows me that it's a bit of a seasonal product, but nevertheless, we'll keep looking. Total revenue, 1.4 mil, pretty solid. Average price, because we want something that's at least 200K total revenue. Average price is 28K, which is also solid. We want something that's at least 8 to 10K. And then average price 21. This is lower than what I would look at. Now, just by looking at this, because it should take you guys no more than 1 to 3 minutes to analyze a potential product. just from this and the next metric that we're going to look at, and actually the search volume, this would disqualify the product for me, right? I like Helium 10 and Jungle Scout, bro. The owner of Seller Amp actually always tries to DM me to get me to use his software, but I like Helium 10 and Jungle Scout the best. They're the most trusted. They have the most accurate data. But I'm still going to show you guys every metric to look at, but I would not spend this much time on analyzing this because I already know this product doesn't meet the criteria. But again, I want to show you guys all of the different metrics. So average reviews is also 1,200. I look for a product that's under or around 500. We want to make sure we'll organize it by most reviews to least and make sure that the products are still relevant. So it does seem like we have relevant products here. Okay. This one, not so much, but the other ones, yes. So that would mean average reviews of that high is too much. The last metric that we would look at is how new sellers in the market are performing, low reviewed sellers, because it's a better indicator of how you, a low reviewed seller, would perform. This also would disqualify it. So there's 32 low reviewed sellers on page 1. I would organize it by parent level revenue, most to least, and I would want 20%. So you would count them up, 20% of sellers under 200 reviews making 10K plus a month. 2 out of 32 is not 20%. So this product would not meet the criteria. Luke, what do I do now? I just did product research. It didn't meet the criteria. We would go back. All right. Just let it load. Oh, okay. I think we have to. We'll go back. So we had originally searched sports and outdoor play toys. We'd go back and we'd rinse and repeat the process. Product research is a numbers game. And if it's only taking you 1 to 3 minutes to analyze a potential product, then you would be able to go through, let's say 3 minutes. You'd be able to go through 10 products in 30 minutes. You'd be able to go through 20 products in an hour. You'd be able to go through 60 products in 2 hours. And if you do product research right, which is how I'm showing you guys right now, within 60 products, a couple hours, you're bound to find one that meets the criteria. All right. And I have a lot of videos on my TikTok on how to do that. Do you guys want to look one more time at this category, or do you guys want to pick a different category? Let me know in the comments. I'll wait for y'all. So should we look at one more? Because there were a couple other products here that caught my eye. But if not, if you guys want like a fresh look on a fresh market, we can go ahead and do that as well. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. That is your cue to comment. Okay, Angela says baby. All right, because Angela was the only one who commented, we're going to roll with it. Shout out to you, Angela. Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys want to continue with the Amazon search method, or do you want me to show you a different method as well? This is my favorite one, but there is another method as well. I have 3 product research methods. I've made videos about all 3, but what do you guys think? Amazon search method or new one? Drop in the comments. First comment is going to be what we roll with here. So if you're the first to comment, new. There we go. What up, Lotto? Good to see you. Okay, let me just real quick, I'm going to set the phone down just because I got to make sure that none of my proprietary information goes out. So give me 2 seconds here. Oh, also let me stop sharing. Oh, nope, stop sharing the screen. One sec, YouTube. We're going to just make sure that we're good here. I want to make sure that I'm not doxing any of my information. Okay, we're good. So let's share the screen again. Let's go here on YouTube, share the screen, make sure that we're good. Awesome. Okay, so this is Helium 10. This is their black box tool. This is another, this used to be my favorite method, but over time, the Amazon search method became my favorite. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to see right here, we can select subcategory and categories. We're going to go ahead and select baby products, but we're going to expand and we're going to pick certain baby products. So we can do activity. We don't want apparel. I don't want apparel products. Maybe baby stationery. Probably not car seats. Extra approvals there. Gifts would be a good one. Nursery, maybe pregnancy and maternity. Maybe we'll do strollers and we'll do travel gear. So those are the subcategories within the baby market. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to set a minimum price of $30. Here we're going to go to parent level revenue and we're going to set this to 10,000. You can play around with this number. You could do 8,000, 12,000, 15,000, because you could potentially get different results. Because we're setting, because these are some of our filters. We want a product that or criteria, a product that makes 10K a month, a product with a price of at least $30. But just because you set these a little bit under or a little bit higher doesn't mean it's 100% going to be the product that you want. It's still the same concept with this method, that we're finding a product that catches our eye. And then I'm going to do review count max 200. Same thing. You could do 300. You could do 250. Play around with it a little bit, because different criteria points, you're going to get different results. We're going to go ahead and search. And so here, wait, what just happened? That wasn't supposed to happen. I think we did something wrong there. Edit filters, review count max 200. We set all these categories. Parent level revenue, minimum 10,000. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. All right, hold on. Let's refresh. Stop sharing the screen. Refresh. 1 sec. We're gonna do that again, because that was not supposed to happen. Okay. Back to it. So let's actually just do baby, and then we're going to set minimum price of 30. We're going to set parent level revenue minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000, and then we're going to do max review count 200. Unless the black box tool is just glitching out right now, which it might just be. Okay, there we go. So it had only showed me 4 products. Now it's showing me lots of products. Okay. So same concept. We're going to look through and find a product that catches our eye. I already see one, but what up, Sheep? Good to see you, brother. So you guys, again, if you want to be more interactive, this is how you guys learn, not by just having somebody walk you through every single step, because I'm not going to be there when you're doing product research unless you're one of the students, which I think only Arturo's in here, if he's still even in here. But so you guys let me know if you see a product that catches your eye. This is, again, just like the Amazon search method. We're looking for a product that catches our eye. There's some that I'm going to ignore. Any clothing items I'm going to ignore, because I don't launch clothing items. Baby wipes I'm not going to launch. I already know that that's a super high average review market. So you can save yourself a lot of time by just not going through certain products. This is another interesting, oh, no, that's way too high of a price, $1,500. So you guys let me know if you see a product that catches your eye. Remember, you guys will learn better if you are interacting with this, because you guys are the one. I have a list of hundreds of products that meet my criteria, so I don't need to necessarily do this. It will help all of you who want to find a product. You guys let me know. Do we stay on page 1, or do we go to the next page? I'm not going to pick a product, guys. On purpose, I'm not going to pick a product, because I want you guys to learn how to do this. So do we go to the next page, or is there anything on page 1 that caught your guys' eye? Drop in the chat. We're making this interactive. I'm not going to do every single step for you guys, because I'm telling you, this is how. Yeah, I already knew you would be down to say it, Mark. But everybody else who's in here, again, this is going to make you better at product research. You literally have an Amazon 7-figure seller in the chat with you, on the live with you, who is going to help you along this journey. So take advantage of it. Closed mouths don't get fed. There you go, Charlie. Let's go. So he said baby gates. Do you mean the crib right here, or did you actually see baby gates? There we go, guys. Like I said, closed mouths don't get fed. Good on both of you, Sheep and Charlie. Sheep, I don't always call you Sheep. Meme. I'm gonna call you, do you want me to call you Sheep or Meme? Okay. So let's do the baby gates. So these are technically pet, and they also market it as baby gates. So let's do that. So we're gonna, now that we've found a product that caught our eye, we go to the next phase. He says, I like sheep. All right, bet. I got you, brother. Let's go sheep. I like sheep too. Okay, so we're gonna search the main keyword. I already know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be baby gates, right? So you actually have baby gate for doorway. And then you have baby gates at 162,000 search volume. That's way more. So we'll do baby gate. All right. And so I've seen this market before, but you have a bunch of people who market it for pets and babies. So it actually can cover two bases in that regard. So same thing, just like our Amazon search method, we're going to go ahead and pull up the X-ray extension. This is going to show us all the data for all the products on page 1. If you guys want make sure you go watch my TikTok videos. I have a lot of it. I mean, we'll go over it right now, ZM, but I do have a lot of videos on my product criteria. Okay. Let's see if anyone who is watching the last version can tell me right now. Oh, look at that. Sheep is crushing it. Let's go, baby. So I was about to, he didn't even let me finish the question. But this is what I'm saying when I say it should be 1 to 3 minutes max for you to analyze a product. Sheep did it before I could even finish the question. Average reviews in the market is too high. That would just automatically disqualify this market for me, and we would go to the next. So for ZM, let's go over this. Also, y'all, make sure that you hit the follow button, because we give this kind of value every single day, every single live, every single video. And I'm going to actually I'm just going to focus on, I was going to make this page more of like a little bit of everything, like lifestyle and everything like that. But I decided to make a different page. So we're only going to make Amazon and e-commerce content again on this channel. No more travel videos. If you guys want to see my traveling life, go follow Luke Basha Travels on TikTok. It's my only other account that I have. But so let's go over the criteria for ZM. And then we can go and look at another one. So I want search volume to be at least 2,000. I also don't want a seasonal product. So we would go to the year mark. It's very normal for the search volume graph to look like this. But if we saw that it went from 260,000 and then dropped all the way to 2,000, that would indicate to me that it's seasonal. Another way that you can check is go to ASIN level sales, go to the 1 year mark. And I would do this on the established sellers. This is probably because they went out of stock, I would assume. But if you see during 1 month their sales peaked, and then after that month or after that season, they just completely fell off, that would also indicate to me that it was seasonal, and I would check a few sellers there. Total revenue, we want it to be at least 200K. Average revenue, we want it to be at least 8 to 10K. Average price, we want it to be at least 30. Average reviews, we want it to be under or around 500. So 500, 400, 300, 600, 700, 800 is pushing it, but still okay. 900 is when I would make the cutoff. And then we also want 20. You guys are going to see something really quick. I'm going to show you guys actually why we don't want a high average review market. And then I want at least 20% of low reviewed sellers on page 1 to be making 10K plus a month. This is why we don't look for high average reviewed markets. So you guys notice that I just set the filter of max 200 reviews. And out of the 40 something products, 48, I believe, 48 products on page 1, there's one under 200 reviews. Now, when you launch on Amazon, you're going to launch with 0 reviews. Then you're going to make a push for reviews. Maybe you add your product into Vine, you get to 30 reviews. But we want a good amount of sellers, ideally like more than 10 to 15 sellers on page 1 under 200 reviews, because page 1 is the holy grail of Amazon. It is the bread and butter. It is where your product needs to be organically if you want to not fully rely on ads and be able to achieve solid sales. And if there's no low reviewed sellers on page 1, just like you will see in most high average review markets, that means your product likely isn't going to get to page 1. It takes quite some time to get into the 1,000 range of reviews, or you have to be doing a lot of sales. It's about a 2% review conversion rate on organic sales. So do the math there. If you need 1,000 reviews and the conversion is 2%, you would need like 20,000 plus sales to be able to achieve that. Actually more, that's 10%. No, my math is off. You get what I'm saying. So this is an indicator that low reviewed sellers cannot compete in this market. These are the type of markets that I avoid. So you know what I just realized? Yep, sorry, YT, I actually just realized I was sharing the wrong screen. Oh well. So let's go back to our black box tool. Is 1,000 enough to start? Not this business model, no. Let's go back to this one. Let's do it one more time. Do you guys want to do a new category? Hold on, let me check my notifications. Do you guys want to do a new category, or should we look at a different one? We'll do one more. Put the phone down really quickly. Do you guys want to do a new category, or do we want to look at baby products one more time? We'll do one more. Only if we get the interaction. Like I said, I'm not going to do it for you guys. I know how to do product research. Do we want to do one more product, or do you guys get the idea? Do we want to do the Amazon search method or the black box tool? I do have to head out fairly soonish, so the faster you guys reply, the more value that you guys can get from the live. So Amazon search method or black box method again. Drop in the comments. Sheep asked about car seat. Oh, yeah, got you, Sheep. Let's do that. Oh, well, I think everyone wants to do Amazon search. Sheep, you cool with that, bro? I don't even know if he's still in here. So first comments are always going to win because we're on the all right, now tell me a category, guys. Oh, yeah, he's cool with it. Just kidding. He's here. What up, Sheep? Let's share the screen again. So YT, make sure that we're good there. Okay, what category do you guys want? Do we want to do baby with the Amazon search method? Do we want to do toys? Do we want to do pet? Nice. There we go, Sabata. Now you guys are getting it. Closed mouths don't get fed. So let's do pet supplies. We want to search something generic. Remember, that's our first step. We want to make sure it has decent search volume. So 13K, that's pretty good. Share this tab instead. Bounce back. There we go. Make sure that YT can see it. They can. All right. Remember, you guys are going to let me know. Products like this, we're not even going to touch. That's branded. We're not going to touch pet food. We're not going to touch pet supplements. We're not going to touch puppy pee pads because look, 108,000 reviews. That doesn't necessarily make sense for us to even go look. Remember what I said about average reviews. So you guys have to pick. I'm not going to do it for you. Aristick, good to see you. One of the mentorship students up in here. You guys let me know. Find a product that catches your eye. I'll go slow, but you guys we gotta make this a little quick, so because I want to be able to get through this with you guys. So do we see a product that catches our eye? Saw the gloves. The problem with the gloves is they're a super low priced product. And so I already know the average price in that market isn't going to be over $30. This is kind of what I was saying. And it's great comment. I appreciate you, Angela. But I also, again, want to teach you guys, some products aren't even worth us spending the time on. Flea treatment is going to require extra approvals. We're not going to touch that. And it also has 32K reviews. So it's going to be a hybrid market. So I do like this. Is this private label advice? It is. So Airstick, shout out Airstick. I do like this one. So let's do poop scooper. So I would assume that that's going to be the main keyword. We're going to go to Amazon. We're going to look up pooper scooper. Let's double check. Look at that. 93,000 search volume. It's the most relevant keyword and it has the highest search volume. That's how we know that it's the main keyword. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to share this tab for YouTube. Go back. There we go. Okay, now we look. We see that all the products are relevant. They're all pooper scoopers. Okay, sweet. What's next after your mock listing? I was told I need approval for the product, but Amazon, they should tell you what approvals are needed. It should be above 25, right? Looking at the market, I'm actually thinking no, it's probably going to be priced at like 22 to 26. Let's see if I'm right. Too low. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. Oh, just kidding. I was looking at BSRs. Yes, actually, I was wrong. I said 22 to 26. It's 21. Also, the data it's not pulling the data. Let's refresh really quick. Sometimes it does that. You have to just refresh and then pull up the X-ray tool again. Remember, you guys, I actually saw like 4 products that met the criteria. Okay, it's still glitching out on us here. It's only showing us average price. I did see like 4 products that I already knew were good products, but I'm purposely not going to just hand you guys for free. What if I'm just starting out, don't have those tools? You got to get them. There we go. We got our data. Hey, average price went up. You got to get them. If you can't look at the data, then you're trying to find a treasure map. Yeah, I did see that one, Mark. That one looked pretty interesting. So we see search volume solid, total revenue solid, average revenue solid, average price no, average reviews no. It is unfortunately too high, and we can just confirm here. All of the products are, oh yeah, Arm & Hammer has a product with 1,000 reviews here. Pooper Scooper. Is that a Pooper Scooper? Yeah, it is. Dog Bowl is super saturated market if I remember correctly. Dog Bowl, but I think that one was a little bit different. It probably is still saturated. But remember, guys, it is a numbers game. Although I didn't purposely show you guys products that did meet the criteria, as I was scrolling through the list with all of our methods, I saw multiple products that I have seen before because, again, I've looked at thousands of products. That's how I have a lead list of hundreds of products that meet my criteria. That's why I created the product selection option with my mentorship students, where based on the criteria that I use and teach, I will select your product for you. But it's a numbers game. If you guys keep doing this method, remember, it takes no more than 1 to 3 minutes to analyze a product. We knew that this wasn't a good product within 60 seconds of us pulling up our X-ray tool. You guys will find a product that does meet the criteria. Okay? Now, one last thing. Shameless plug. Just gave you guys let me know on the path. I don't analyze products for people like that, brother. But if it met the criteria that we discussed, that's awesome. Naz, thank you so much for the follow. If it's girl dad, yeah, it might be seasonal. You want to check the search volume. But shameless plug, y'all, because like I said, I just gave an hour of straight value. You guys haven't heard me talk about this entire live. So me giving a 1 minute plug. I use helium-10, bro. Me giving a 1 minute plug, I hope is acceptable. If you guys want to learn my exact strategies on how to sell on Amazon from A to Z, if you guys want the option for me to select your product for you, do you offer a suggestion on how to differentiate? I go over in the program how to differentiate, and I will always help you with differentiation. But because differentiation is subjective, I leave that to you, but then any differentiation idea that you have, Vu, you send it over to me and we'll work through it together. So it's a yes and no, but I do cover in the program very in-depth how to check it out. If you guys have any questions about the program in the mentorship, come over to the TikTok bio. You're going to go over here. You're going to click, yes, I want to apply. You're going to go, do you pick based on the student budget? Yes, 100%. So You'll go through this 60-second application. So boom, it literally takes 60 seconds. Make sure that you answer it accurately. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm just speed running it right now. Okay. I have to stop sharing my screen. Stop sharing screen. I don't want to dox my information here because I've done that before and I had to scrap the whole YouTube live. So let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Boom. Okay. And if you guys qualify for the program, you will be prompted to this page here, where you can hop on a call with the team. Any questions that you have, the team will answer. They speak for me. You'll likely get on a call with Adam. Adam's actually an AMZ Masterclass student. Adam has launched successful products on Amazon himself as well. So he'll be able to give you a lot of context, help create a unique plan for your unique situation. In the program, we cover product research, differentiation, every single aspect, every single one of my strategies from A to Z. Everything to the smallest T that I do on Amazon is covered in the program in depth. You also have the PPC Masterclass, the most in-depth guide on PPC ads out there. I guarantee you won't find anything more in depth than in the PPC Masterclass on ads. And there's also the product selection option, where based on the criteria that I use and teach, I will select your product for you, give you a nice little in-depth report. On that note, everybody, it was a great live. I appreciate everybody. Also, maybe the program isn't in the cards for you because it's obviously a paid program, but I do have a lot of free resources as well. So make sure to check that out. Check out the mentorship. I hope everyone has a blessed day and blessed weekend. I'll be on tomorrow. Why do I always join when you get off? Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'll be on tomorrow. Alex, thank you so much for the follow. I will be on tomorrow, you guys. God bless you all. Have a blessed day, blessed night. Ped, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Hope everyone has a blessed day and see you soon. YouTube, appreciate y'all. I love you. Hope to see y'all in the mentorship as well. Make sure you go check that out in the YouTube bio, and I'll see y'all soon.